G'day, James.
Oh, G Lane, Mashy, Joe, lovely to see you.
Great to see you. Happy New Year. So your debut into the studio first time in the year.
Wait,
this year.
Did we do any cricket this year? Did I ever?
No.
I didn't.
No, you've been on holiday.
I have. And look, it's great to be back. I had a bit of a false start last week. I heard about the slander. I didn't.
There was a book. We had a book running. You're only paying $1.10 to turn up.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
No, actually, no. You're paying $7 to turn up. $1.10 not to.
It was one of those ones, wasn't it? Where it's like, Thursday was Crago's first show of the year, and I thought I was under control, and then I had to text Joe and go, nothing's under control.
Speaking of out of control, how did last night go, Mashy? Super Bowl betcha party at the Takapuna Surf Club.
Yeah,
you sound a little blocked up.
Yeah. No, we did. Yeah.
There's a certain kind of nasalness to your nasal tone.
Things got away from me, it's fair to say, but geez, it was a heck of an afternoon. The Super Bowl is something we'll talk about, and that's a slightly different story, but Betcha's biggest Super Bowl party live from the Takapuna Surf Club went off like a snake in a bag, a frog in a sock.
Can I just ask how the Betcha pot went?
Oh,
because you were in charge
the Betcha pot, how it went? Well, the vibe was there.
You were in charge of a couple of $1,000s of other people's money.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Well, it's pretty basic shit, right? Like the Seahawks are always going to win that.
Yep.
You know, so if you don't want to look like an absolute Gumby.
Yeah. So the we had about $2,500 to put on things. The first touchdown scorer was not in Jigba, who we had $1,000 on.
Oh.
And then we ended up getting the MVP. So we ended up winning about $1,500 back. If that, $1,000 back.
You got Walker for MVP. That's very good.
We got
He's
the
the
MVP.
running back, Kenneth Walker III.
But with the blowout, with a couple of touchdowns in the fourth, it meant that all the unders that we'd taken throughout the game blew out. So we'd put quite a bit of money on the under 46.5, whatever it was, and even under 30.5, and then they ended up scoring a couple of touchdowns. And
you mean points overall?
Yes, sorry. And then there was a moment where we. Like, I don't know if it was in between a tequila shot and an Export Ultra where we put about $500 on a Patriots comeback early fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No, certainly didn't.
Honestly, the drinking and the gambling combined from you, Mash. I mean, from G Lane, he can do it because that's what he's done all his life.
Yeah, you're right. It's never been a strength of mine.
As a youngster.
It's never been a strength of mine. Right. But credit to everyone that was in that group on Betcha. They were all pretty keen to go in on those things, and we only did things that everyone was keen on. Well, most people were keen on.
Yeah.
There was a guy that during the Super Bowl yesterday, his car broke down. He took it to the mechanic, and he found out he had a $4,500 bill. So he went from having some fun to actually needing some money. So I have had to deal with him.
Separately.
Separately.
Right.
But otherwise, I think everyone's pretty happy with what happened yesterday. Yeah. Then the kick-ons. That's why I sound like this. But
when you get that news about your car needing, that much money to revive it, it must go. But can we find a cliff? You know, like they do in Alaska, and they run those cars.
Yes, they do it every year, don't they? There's an event, and everyone sets up camp
and has a barbecue, and they watch all these cars, and someone just basically they sort of jam the accelerator, and they come flying off this cliff. It's bloody great.
What cliff do we have here that we could do that on?
Oh, there's plenty of quarries you could do it, isn't there?
Yeah, you could do it down into Mission Bay.
Yeah, you could. just off the side of Tamaki Drive there.
Yeah, exactly.
Off the end of Stanley Point.
If you speak nicely to Ngāti Whātua, I reckon they'd say, yep.
Okay.
No, but the approach would have to be legit, have to be formal, and I'd say they'd go, if it's down into Mission Bay, sweet as.
Yeah. It's a black tie event.
We do it around Matariki maybe, and they explode at the bottom for a bit of festival of light.
That's a great idea.
Should we kick this in the guts?
Yeah, live from the Sport Beer Garden studio. This is the agenda for Tuesday, the 10th of February.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
All right, I'm going to have a sleep. Can you guys go?
Hey, do you reckon the Super Bowl is what happens to rugby all the time? And it's like a key match that brings in people normally outside of rugby. So it's a World Cup final, for example.
Yes.
And you go, God, I hope it's a good game. So the people I've dragged along to watch this enjoy it and see that rugby's a good game. And then it turns out to be a real torrid shitter.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what happened with the Super Bowl? Because lots of people who don't give a shit about NFL have come and watched the world's most boring game.
Yeah, it was tough.
Totally. I actually feel that they as many Americans watch that college final as well, right?
They love that.
They love that. and for some reason it actually delivers pretty well. The Super Bowl is a strange one because you could see from that first half it was super boring. Basically, that was so bad, and even at the pub, Mashy, you would have just seen was it 3 field goals?
Yep.
And then poor old Drake May wasn't having a great day. The Seattle defense were who we thought they were, and they were just too strong. So by halftime, I was like, "Bring on Bad Bunny! I'm ready for something different."
Yeah, Bad Bunny. He's got something, obviously, Bad Bunny.
Oh, he certainly does.
I enjoyed that full set of twerking Latinos outside some shack, and then he falls through the roof and
outside the marqueta, outside the dairy, basically. So it was pretty bloody. I mean, it was in the sugarcane. The sugarcane were all people dressed as sugarcane. Those are all costumed people that they walked out there.
Yeah.
It would have been weird to be there at the stadium because if you had the best seats, you wouldn't have been able to see anything.
No,
it was definitely a TV event, all in Spanish apart from Lady Gaga, who didn't sing a banger. I was like,
no,
sing Poker Face, man. Because if she sings Poker Face, she gets to swear and nobody can tell because we've worked that out, haven't we, on the ACC?
Face.
How does it go?
Poker Face, go fuck her face.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that what it says in the song?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, If you actually look up, if you go on Spotify or iHeart, and they've got the lyrics that come up.
Yeah,
it says it. Poker face, go fuck your face.
Right.
But did you hear about the alternative halftime show?
I did watch Kid Rock in jorts, and everyone's complaining about Bad Bunny. Oh, you don't know what he's saying. Well, Kid Rock turned up and he's going ba widdy ba da ba da ba da ba da. It's like, come on, 6, 7. Anyway, the whole thing is, I loved the art of what Bad Bunny did. That was spectacular. That's the best halftime show I've seen in a long time because can you remember Rihanna on all those different platforms?
Yeah.
And pregnant Rihanna, amazing that she was out there.
That
but
red
she's
number.
The red number. But she would sing 20 seconds of a song and then move, and just as you're getting into it, it's like it's another song. And I'm like, I know she's got hits all over the place, but I couldn't really get into it. But in terms of what he was doing, the narrative, bringing Latin America to mainstream America was incredible, and I've only been to Brazil of that continent. Where have you been, G-Lane?
I've been to Argentina.
Argentina,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
And Messi?
Nah.
So, okay, but
I was
he's been south of Rangiora.
Seeing him bring all that sort of culture, those touchstones for people, I thought that was bloody amazing. And
it was good.
Well, now that I've seen the translation of how political it was. Frickin' Ricky Martin was pretty much saying, don't let Puerto Rico end up like Hawaii, like another state of America. I was going, oh, here we go.
Ricky Martin. I mean,
what happened?
Talk about
living la vida loca.
Talk about Benjamin Button. Like, I was like, who's this dreamboat? And it's like,
sexed up.
It's Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin versus David Beckham. I mean,
who's got the most frozen face?
Yeah,
he does have a frozen face.
What did you think of the halftime show, Mesh?
I liked it. I liked it.
He had something about it, like you could tell. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't on a scale of Katy Perry to Shakira and J-Lo. It would have been closer to the end of Shakira and J-Lo for sure.
Well, I've seen some. I mean, I remember it was at the weekend.
It wasn't my favourite. The Weeknd. I thought the Weeknd was really good.
Usher tried hard.
The LA hip hop mega mix was good.
That was very good. Okay, with Snoop and Dr. Dre, yes. And did they bring Eminem turn up for that?
And Mary J. Blige on the Ivories.
And as a spectacle, fantastic. And even like Kendrick last year did well for a one-man band,
that was
one-man
good
show. I always think with rappers, it's not as hard as singers. Like you just have to go out there and talk. It's like it's not like your voice doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, and I know they've got backing tracks. Katy Perry with Left Shark and all that sort of stuff. That was pretty good. But there've been some ones where I just went, you know what? Give me something like that is actual pure entertainment. I don't want all these sawn off versions of your song. And I think Coldplay, remember they threw the kitchen sink at that? Was that Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and even did Beyonce turn up for that?
Maroon 5, I think, was on that one.
I mean,
that was a tough watch.
I thought Coldplay was wasn't good.
Paul McCartney was good. Paul McCartney was good. That was about 15 years ago, I think. Or 25
I think
years
Michael
ago?
Jackson's still waiting to start singing, isn't he?
What
Was it the Super Bowl party?
Yeah, it was.
Not the party.
What about? It would have been good. You're right, James. Around you went and obviously looked back at the lyrics. It would have been good to have subtitles.
Yes.
I think so too.
At some stage, because it would have been quite good to know what he was saying, especially at that end. At the end, that last minute monologue as he walked towards the camera and was talking about listing all the South American names, and he said something starting at the end that I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I could hear him say aquí, which is here, right? Isn't it aquí?
Yeah.
Seguimos aquí, or whatever, which means, I can't remember what that means.
And what about his shoulder pads?
Shoulder pads? I thought his outfit was cool, eh? Like he actually, I thought he nailed the aesthetic. I liked how they went through the sugarcane. They had the old boys playing chess and all those kind of things that you go, I can see that it feels like it's a vibe, right? And then he ended up on the streets of New York with all the dancers and he scaled a shot. And then I think that 5-year-old kid who he gave the Grammy to was one of the kids who was like deported or apprehended by ICE. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, no one was deported. That was another win-win for them. But I also reckon that I did watch that video of G Lane watching slightly confused. And I think that is probably the look of most people going, I just don't know what's going on. But it's good. It's good.
I knew it had something, but I just didn't know what.
I had to go home in a steam fashion last night and watch 30 minutes of breakdowns on YouTube about what was said and just to understand
my God.
what was going on. But I think that's what most people felt like. It was good. Oh, we all had a good time.
I didn't realise that the old Puerto Rican flag with the lighter blue was kind of quite a big statement because they were forced to change to that American blue.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, when they became a dependency or whatever. So that was there was so many layers to it. Even the people on the power lines because of the power cuts.
Oh, yes.
In Puerto Rico. So, mate, I give that a massive pass mark, but I agree with you, G Lane. I would have liked to have known what was going on. I wish I was better versed. I wish I was better at Spanish, all that sort of stuff. But you can imagine around America, all the Spanish-speaking people, all the Latino people in America would have been so emotional. There have been people in tears because of that.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I also saw that great meme. I think we were talking about it this morning
Yeah.
at our desk in regards to how Kid Rock was putting on a show for straight Americans, and then he found out he was competing with 50 twerking Latinas on the other channel.
No, yeah, it says Kid Rock's non-gay show competing with Bad Bunny and 500 of the hottest chicks
Most
twerking in
beautiful woman you've
America.
ever seen.
So, Mash, you would have been watching it on a big screen, and did you spot the twerker who had the sarong but didn't really wrap it around it, and she just went,
Yeah.
no, I'm wearing the hot pants mainly, and the sarong is like almost like a towel that a quarterback would wear just on the side. And that was
It's like
for
a
you,
B-Rat Coley towel.
that was for you, Mashy,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Jessica
Blundell towel.
Alba as well. Jessica
Yeah,
Alba
she
was in
popped
there.
up.
Yeah.
God,
Just
Jessica,
throwing 100.
Jessica Alba.
Was she in the house where he
Yeah,
the
she
roof?
was on the deck, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
great.
right.
That's a great little cameo.
And Pedro Pascal, he was in there.
Was he? Did he
Having
sneak
some
in
social anxiety, probably holding on to someone.
Holding on to a smoking hot woman.
Yeah, he
Was
goes,
he-
no, I do not want to hold one of the old men chess players. Could I please hold on to this twerking woman, please?
Is he Puerto Rican, Pedro Pascal?
I don't know. That's probably racist. What
No.
I just said.
Oh, no, I was just wondering if...
I thought that was more Count Dracula.
Yeah,
than-
Yeah.
Please,
Please, the twerking one.
Ten
Twerking woman.
twerking woman.
How do you feel about the prices of what was on offer at the Super Bowl, fellas? What is the current exchange rate for New Zealand? Is it about double for the
Yeah, it's
USD?
Doubly.
Yeah, about doubly wobbly.
Okay, so if you want some... should we start with the halftime show margarita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A single, $23.
So yeah, you're looking about $45.
A double, 36. Oh my God.
You're sneaking stuff. You're sneaking in your undies, aren't you?
70
Aren't
huckies.
you bringing in tequila in your undies?
Okay, if
And
you
a
want
hippie.
some tucker, you got the super hot Chinatown dog. That's $20.
$40.
You've got the sausage there. What is that? Say no, I'm gonna
I don't know. Peppers and onions.
bacon cheddar bratwurst. That's $15.
The
And that's
beers.
just peppers and onions.
That's-
Premium can beer is $19. That's what it was at the NRL. The NRL game in Vegas.
Oh, so maybe we're gonna stop
$19?
complaining.
Yeah, it was $19.
American?
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
You get
over
it's
there.
a king can. Admittedly, it's a big can.
Yeah.
And admittedly, they come to your seat. So it's hard not to say yes, even for 40 New Zealand dollars.
So all your per diems or
Yeah.
whatever you got, your spending money is gone as soon as they
Yeah.
turn up. It's like in Japan. If you go there, they've got these people who can deliver the beer, and
Beer ladies.
generally they're good-looking women who come along and they have a backpack of beer with a hose,
Yes.
and they just like
Peru? And you're like, yep.
Yes, please.
Hi.
Yes.
Hey, those are you, and you're like, just hold it out. Give them whatever money they want.
Yeah, that's the dream. Anyway.
Super Bowl, Sam Darnold, whose grandfather is the Marlborough Man, also known as Dick Hammer. That's his actual name, Dick Hammer. He is grandson of a Dick Hammer, and so that was quite a big deal because
Aren't we all?
we are, yeah, exactly. We're all. Can we all relate to that? But anyway, the whole thing is he's a bit of a journeyman. He's gone around 5 clubs in 8 years, 5 different teams, and then finally got it done. So you know how American sports analysis, it's all about whether you win the ring.
Yeah.
And so they'll have to scramble and go, oh, shit, but we thought he was crap. Now he's won a ring. What do we do? Because it short-circuits them.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, they've got the stats, but they really care about that ring. You know?
Yeah.
You have to win the
They're
title.
so focused on the championship win.
Yeah,
aren't they?
championship win. So it means, imagine if he won another one and another one, then that would absolutely, all the American analysis would flip out. They wouldn't know what to do because he's not the greatest quarterback. He didn't win MVP, which is usually just a slam dunk for any winning quarterback.
Yeah.
We had the NFL pass when we were watching their footage, so we got all of the American ads, which I must admit, since the game was so boring, I probably enjoyed watching the ads.
Yeah, we tuned into the ads.
more than the actual football. Did you like the AI one where they brought in all the sitcom characters from like the last 40 years?
Oh, the Dunkin' Donuts one?
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
I also quite like the Backstreet Boys one. There was also one where there was like a karaoke thing going on that
was
went on
annoying.
for like 60
It was
seconds.
a crypto wounder.
Oh, was it a crypto wound? I
Yeah.
thought it was like an insurance company.
Yeah.
Could I just say, most of the ads are definitely for 40-plus people, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They
People with
really are.
cash.
Like that Dunkin' Donuts is almost a 50-plus.
Yeah.
You know, like the sitcoms they were referencing.
Yeah, it was great.
Sam Malone from Cheers.
Yes.
The guy, who's the guy? Urkel was there.
Oh, yeah, Steve
Urkel.
Urkel.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Alfonso Ribelio
Yes, of
from
course.
Fresh Prince, he was in it.
Yeah. What's his name?
Carlton.
Carlton, the dance.
Young
Yeah.
Ella from The Office that was the first time she'd watched any American ads, and she was very taken back by the amount of side effects during the pharmaceutical ads.
A lot of concerns
Because
about diarrhea.
all the rules in America is if you're advertising, anyone can advertise pharmaceuticals. So you can go to a doctor and say, "Give me that," which is weird. It should really be the doctor that does it. But anyway, they can advertise. But part of it is they have to list every single potential side effect. So
May cause diarrhea,
yeah.
death.
It's like penis shrinkage, death,
Yeah.
diarrhea.
Exactly. AIDS. And then they sort of like keep on going through the whole thing. It's like, oh shit.
Okay, I can
The disclaimer is massive, and that's why you need the voiceover guy needs to be like the micro machines, like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they just put it on 2.5.
Boys, Zoe, she won.
No, she
Yes.
came second.
She won silver.
She won silver. She won silver, and it was amazing. She got a haka from, I think it looked like Dallas Seymour, who's part of the delegation there.
David Seymour.
No, it
Dallas.
was Dallas.
Oh, sorry.
Dallas Seymour, who
Wow.
played sevens and played for the All Blacks briefly back in the 90s, and he is he's got an amazing rig on him. Not that he had the
Shirtless
puffer on.
haka?
He had the puffer
Oh,
on.
that's a shame.
Oh.
But it was him and a whole lot of white guys, and so like quite a good haka. Like they've got their own haka now. There's a New Zealand Olympic haka because
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't
good.
Kamiti, and all I could think about was like, shit, you need to win a medal, don't you, to get a haka? Like you come fourth in the world is really good.
Yeah, you won't get one.
Top 4, no haka.
No. And rightly so. And rightly so.
He goes, no.
No, you don't get a hacker.
Just imagine if you miss out. It's so heartbreaking, and then everyone's like, Caddie,
No, didn't get on the podium.
No, sorry.
No.
Fourth.
Yeah. Oh, they slipped over.
But what a final, though. Oh, Kokomo threw down on that last run to win gold.
Aruba, Jamaica, come on, pretty mama.
Yeah, the Koreans.
Yes.
They came out of nowhere. She bounced on through qualification,
Yeah.
Kokomo. And
She quite
got
young,
gold.
Kokomo?
Looks very young.
She did look young.
Yeah. Oh, they all look young.
She looks tiny beside Zoe, and Zoe's 5'5". So Kokomo,
Oh, nice.
I'm guessing, is 5 foot.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Zoe.
Zoe is one of the greatest humans you'll ever meet. And do you think that really, when you look at our top Kiwi athletes, how good is it when they're just an amazing human being?
Yeah.
And Zoi Sadowski-Synnott, who I met at this charity Breakers basketball game, she is just so cool, and nothing's a problem. Even then, she was probably a double Olympic gold medalist. I can't remember. But anyway, she was proper bona fide star, probably the biggest global star there. And she was so cool. And you can see it in her interview, even when she goes, "Oh, it's pretty tough, scary tricks." I'm glad she said scary tricks.
Yeah, and she said that she was the nervous she's ever been because she obviously she bombed the first one and pressure was on because she only had 2 more runs to score, and she said she was bricking it.
Yeah. So what does she have left now? Just the downhill or whatever?
No, she's got her slope style, which is her specialist event.
Sweet.
That's right.
So
lock it in.
Yeah. Shout out to the English boarder who pretty much did the gnarliest. Can I say gnarly?
Yeah.
Gnarliest trick going and just missed out on landing it.
Mealy Brooks is her name.
Yeah, exactly. Melia Brooks, and that was incredible what she did. And she didn't fall over, but she just her boards, she spun around, you know. And so because of that, she knew that she didn't get the maximum points. But that is tough because you could see what she did was a frickin' medal. It would have got her a medal, I think.
Anyway. And was there chat around the jump's not big enough? Someone in the qualification, I heard them in the men's qualification.
The big gear wasn't big enough.
No, that apparently the jump's not quite big enough to pull off some of the tricks that they've done previously.
Oh, interesting.
So that was interesting, yarn. But
so she's got 3 Big Air medals now, 2 silvers and a bronze. She's won 1 slopestyle gold in Beijing. So here we go, Zoi Sadowski-Synnott. Her dad, he was pretty funny on TV. He said that he
sober.
He was feeling a bit sore this morning because he went ice skating last night, and I'm going, oh, that's quite interesting. I guess he would go ice skating, but he was talking about slipping over on the way home from the pub.
Apparently, when we were talking to Anna Wilcox last week, and apparently there's a crew of 13 of them that have come over. Of her dad, all her mates, and all from Wanaka. I'm just going to tear them a new one over in Italy.
Yeah, and I know. Look, Zoe is the best of us, right? And also, if you've got a kid who's 5'5" and they think they're too short, no, Zoe and Lydia Ko, pretty much our 2 best female athletes. I'm sorry, Lisa, but 2 of our best ever, 5'5". So don't give up on your dreams if you're 5'5" and you want to be a world champion. But I know we can't agree on Aotearoa or anything like that. When you sort of call New Zealand that, but can we agree on New Zoe?
Yeah. New Zoe. I live in New Zoe.
New Zoe Land. New Zoe Land is we can do that. So Joe, can you put the post out? Hey New Zealand. I know Aotearoa doesn't work. What about New Zoe Land?
Speaking of that, I fired up the
Indians?
Nah, the New Zealand public on Waitangi Day. I put a post up saying the 4 pillars of New Zealand sport are Lisa Carrington, Richie McCaw, Kane Williamson, and Dan Carter.
Yeah.
And a lot of feedback.
Yep.
Lydia Ko should have been in there instead of Dan Carter or Zoe. How do you feel about that top 4?
I looked at your top 4, Joe, and I thought I didn't think it was a little bit clickbaity, but I thought it was solid, right? But I'm definitely an old fucker historian, so Peter Snell would always be in my in the top there. 3 golds, and in athletics, which is frickin' that's pretty amazing. I know that he didn't probably have to run against as many Africans back then.
Yeah,
but still, his times were still standing out. Like his 800-meter record for New Zealand only got broken about a year or 2 ago. Like he's a freaking freak.
So who's yours? Who are you replacing? Are you replacing Carter with Snell? Are you?
I'd replace Sorry, I love Kane Williamson, and he actually does look like Zoi Sadowski-Synnott's brother. Maybe
Same
that's
height.
the post we put out. Yeah, same height. I'd put Paddles ahead of
Paddles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mine would be.
What? How many test hundreds has Kane got? Has he got 30-something?
Something like
I
that.
don't know.
It's about
Someone sent a text
36.
Dylan Cleaver. He's watching the run count like it's something else. I'd go Zoe Hobbs.
No.
Zoi Sadowski-Synnott.
Okay, I can see where this is going.
Lisa Carrington.
Yep.
And I'll round out my 4 pillars of
Anna
New Zealand
Wilcox or something.
sporting. Yeah, Anna Wilcox did some fantastic work for a long time. Like
Okay.
I'll lock in that final one by the end of the podcast.
Okay, yeah, I can see what you're going with that one. Hey, shake a quick break. World Cup's on at the moment. T20. Should we talk some bit of Black Hat?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Right, gone are the viewer-friendly times for the T20 World Cup. We had it. it was 6:30 on Sunday against Afghanistan. Now it's 10:30 tonight against the powerhouse of international cricket, the United Arab Emirates, which I read today that one of their athletes at the Winter Olympics is from Hawke's Bay, from the UAE.
Right.
A downhill skier. She's from Hawke's Bay. She's living in Dubai now, and she's representing UAE at the Olympics. The Winter
Congratulations!
Olympics.
That's a great one of the
Yeah.
one of the great loopholes. Like if it. I mean, there's different ways to get to the Olympics, and you know how there's always an athlete in the what do you call it, the cross country skiing, who's really just there for fun, for shits and giggles, and they've only been on the elliptical at Les Mills and stuff because it's their first time on snow. You see a few of those.
Yeah, I think there's a guy from Haiti who just completed the cross country skiing. That looked pretty ballsy. Is your algorithm the same as mine, James McOnie? For some reason, I'm getting super slow-mos of the woman's skeleton.
No.
This conversation got me into trouble yesterday.
Because for some reason in my feed is just super slow-mos of the warm-up and the jumping and the slapping of thighs before the woman's skeleton.
Well, you need to forward these reels on, G-Man, for the algorithm to take hold, okay? Not
I don't know how it's happened to me. I don't know. I haven't received any. I don't know what it's I don't know what's doing. Anyway, back on track. The Black Caps tonight against UAE, they're going to absolutely smoke them. We've put our punt on $100 on Harry Raft top score in the match, paying $7.25. And I think a Minnow's bully. I think he will batting at 3 as well. Prime opportunity for him to get himself into a bit of form. And also with the TAB as well, you can place a 3-leg multi across any match. And if it loses by 1 leg, you get up to $50 back in bonus cash. So you can. My advice in that one is go 2 certainties and swing for the fences just to raise the odds. And then if the swing for the fences doesn't come through, you get it back in bonus cash.
Hey, because I was put on the spot about the old that top 4, just the Richard Hadley argument.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
5-wicket bags are kind of the equivalent of test tons, right? So he's got 36.
Yeah.
Kane's got 33 test tons.
Okay.
So he can do it. I think Steady can get past him.
And then will he replace Paddles?
The problem is
because then he gets 10,000 runs.
Yeah. The issue is I always look at have you heard of a website called howstat.com? It's a bit like Cricinfo.
Yes.
But it looks like it was designed in the 90s.
It still runs on Windows XP.
It's really old, but it updates, and what it's got is a real easy way to look at players' performances by opponent and who they really perform well against.
Yeah.
So all Kane needs to do is get his average up against Australia, play in that end of year series, and it's yes.
Well, there you go, Kane. If you want to be on the Rushmore alongside Zoe Hobbs, Zoi Sadowski-Synnott, Lisa Carrington, and Steady the Ship.
That's it. And I mean, he knows it himself. I'm sure in his book he'll be like, we didn't play Australia, and I never fucking nailed it against those pricks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what? But we've been denied. They've held out. Us not playing Australia on the regular is the worst thing about this entire golden generation.
Yeah.
Although probably the best thing
agree.
because we've actually won.
Is he playing next year against Australia?
Who knows? If he has a good time in England.
It's a good time.
If he has a good time in England and is in form, then I think he will. But if he doesn't, then he won't. But hey,
let's run that Rushmore, like him climbing up to take to.
He's abseiling down.
Abseiling down to get rid of Paddles, chipping away at him.
Speaking of Paddles, did you see the footage of Stuart Broad talking to, I think, is it Joss Butler on a podcast in England about him changing his run-up?
Yes.
And he wanted to elongate his career, and it was coming near the end of his career, whatever, and he thought, I need to change my run-up and shorten it. I need to make it more economical. I'll send Richard Hadley an email. Got the email address from his dad, who used to play with Richard Hadley. And it's the funniest that having known the relationship that Jeremy Wells has got with Sir Richard, and I've received an email from Sir Richard himself as well, mainly wanting to push his own book, as well as father's journey, actually, the Invincibles tour or whatever they did. Anyway, he says he sent him an email saying, hey, introducing himself and saying, hey, I know I've told you changed your run-up halfway through your career, you shortened it, blah, blah, blah. And Stuart Broad said, and funnily enough, I got a 2-page email back from Sir Richard Hadley talking about his run up and how it was his run up. I was like, that's so good that Sir Richard Hadlee came back and just wrote a 2-page diatribe on himself back to Stuart Broad. He loved it though. Stuart Broad had a massive wide on for Sir Richard.
I know, and that's the one thing. I think it's the two-page emails that are probably knocking him off the Mount Rushmore. Like it's the only thing that's costing him. Hey Joe, like it's just the humility of Kane Williamson is probably there will never be him and Zoe, the twins, and we'll never have two athletes so humble and so good at what they do.
Correct. And I tell you what.
Well, the thing about my run-up is
yeah, and that's pretty much what it was. But once Jeremy Wells caught wind of this new relationship, he was pretty pissed off.
Oh, well, Stuart Broad, you can see why Stuart Broad and Jeremy Wells, there are similarities there.
Yeah, and Jeremy was like, motherfucker, he's getting in there with Sir Richard. So I think he quickly fired the text messages back up to Sir Richard and threw him a couple of... Jeremy sends him text messages on all these weird anniversaries, like when he got the 10 for in Australia, when he got his 400th wicket, when he got his 350th and stuff like that. So he's got all these...
It's essentially like cricket sexting or something, isn't it? It is. There's something about the way that he sends his own stats to him.
Well, he could send him Sirian Botham's dick, Pete.
That would be quite good.
And just see if he gets the one in the queue.
10 years since.
Gets us a dick back.
I reckon Hadley's got him down there. There's something in his facial features that you can tell he's running a pretty big operation.
There's Paddles. His nickname's Paddles. He's got big old feet.
He does have big old feet.
Yeah, so you don't call him Sir Dick for nothing.
and he's got the same facial features as the BFG, as a big friendly giant.
But yeah, you're right. Wells was very much like when you find out that someone that you're hitting on is also hitting on your arch nemesis. The girl that you're into is also talking to about 5 other people. I think how Wells felt about that.
I think he's found out he's non-exclusive.
Yeah, as if you email Richard Hadlee asking a question about something that he knows a lot about himself,
I can tell
you're going to get a response.
True, I can tell you his birthday because same as my dad's birthday.
Oh, is that right?
July the 3rd, which is also the same as you and Chatfield's birthday.
Ah, beautiful. That's
July 3rd.
Serendipitous.
It's also my birthday.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Oh. Is he?
The great email I had from Sir Richard Hadlee was his son got in touch first and said, my dad wants to send you an email, whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, nice.
And then he sent me this email and he wanted to help promote this book he's written about his dad, Walter Hadlee, and their tour of England.
Oh, yes.
And the email started with something like, obviously full name, hello, Michael. Sir Richard Hadlee here. Listen, I've been given your contact details by my son. I understand you do this, but it's not really my cup of tea. But anyway. And then
great start, Pedals.
Comes and just slaps you across the face.
But could you do me a massive
I believe
PR
you have an
favour?
audience that might be interested in what I've got to tell you.
I'm not a fan of what you guys do at all.
No,
I just want to get that out there early.
I'm glad he said that up front. I mean, there was no sort of...
It's not my cup of tea.
There was no sort of kind of... He wasn't trying to butter me up. He just said, what you do is fucking horrible.
But I understand maybe some people like it.
Correct. That's what it was.
I need a couple of degenerates to buy your book.
Yeah.
So there was a big... kind of a mega Halbergs where they managed to get all the famous people back, like Peter Snell was there and all this sort of stuff. So it was like a really big who's who of New Zealand sport. And Richard Hadlee was there going around getting people's autographs.
Really?
Yes. I love that yarn.
He had an autograph book himself. So probably one of the most in-demand autographs, by on his own, was out there fanboying.
People still getting autographs? Other than Sir Richard Hadlee?
I don't think Paddles... He's not a selfie guy, is he?
No, he's not.
Not with that hooter.
Well, that took me back to, when I did the Braintree Golf Open down in Christchurch, and Winton Roofer, who I've told the yarn of Winton Roofer, terrible human. He was going around getting all the celebrities to sign a football.
Okay.
And so he was walking around the room, working the room with this football, and then he auctioned it off himself at the dinner.
Right.
Okay. To pay for his flight.
Didn't receive a lot of bids.
Winton does that too, doesn't he? He does.
And he does it every year to the same crowd, and the same crowd like,
okay,
mate.
Yeah,
right.
All right, there you go.
Okay, mate.
Here's your bloody thing.
Because celebs on red carpets, they still do it. They still do a bit of a quick autograph. Have you ever been asked for your autograph, Lane? No. McOnie?
Yes, a couple of times. I actually went around and got autographs for the chief of all the chiefs, and it was kind of strange because I had media accreditation, so all the kids were looking at me going, "Who's this wanker?
This wanker?
What a tosser!
Pay his way into this
Loser."
I was a loser. I was a massive loser. But the reason why I was doing it was for this mate of mine who's in the New Zealand Wakaama team. They're doing a fundraiser, so I said, "Oh, look, I'll try and help you and get your Chiefs." But I'll be interested to see how much the jersey goes for, because I tell you what, you've done a few charity auctions in the Waikato G Lane, and nobody pays anything for anything down there. If you want to go get some good price memorabilia, go to anything in the Waikato. Yeah. I saw a signed Steven Adams cap from the All-Star week when he was an All-Star rookie. He made the rookie All-Stars. Went for $150.
Oh yeah, you can get some real bargains.
I presume the cap alone would have cost $100.
Yeah,
$50 US. Yeah. So for fuck's sake,
I mean, how much is the frame? Target the silent auction as well. I think is always a good option.
Yeah.
Just get a couple of bargains there.
Yeah, I've got a Liv Tyler signed framed photo.
Yeah, you get a couple of packages in the mail about 2 weeks after a silent auction. Going, geez, what?
I've seen bidding wars in Auckland where it goes absolutely nuts.
Was it?
But down in the Tron, sweet. You get there.
Wellington, I picked up a signed Maradona Argentina shirt for $150.
What?
The frame itself was worth about $200.
How did you get that?
I know. I had the same reaction, McOnie.
All Whites versus Mexico or something at the stadium, and for some reason, no one was bidding on it.
And he talks about it so casually, like it. And do you still have it or no?
Yeah, I left it in Wellington at Paul Ford's house. It's up in his lounge.
Fuck, I'll buy that off Paul Ford. I actually got something I can swap for him for that he'll love.
Well, I still own it. I'm doing
the deal with Paul Ford.
I just didn't
not you.
At the time, in my relationship at the time, I'd been quite trigger happy on a lot of auctions.
Yeah.
So I actually couldn't take it home because
that is like, no, enough is enough.
Yeah, and it's huge. It's this huge big frame. And so I was like, oh, Paul, can you look after this for a bit? And it's been there for 15, 20 years.
All right.
It should be in the studio here. Why is it not here?
It should be, actually.
It should be here, please.
Super Rugby starts this Friday. James McOnie, a breakdown on the preseason games. Go.
My mic off, thanks, Joe.
No, all I say is don't count any of those results, especially not the 29-0 Chiefs over the Canes. They were foxing the Canes. They are so legit this year because they've kept so much talent. They've got Warner Durns from Japan. This 6'10".
I thought he was at the Highlanders, but he's at the Hurricanes.
He's at the Canes.
Oh shit! Why did I think
he's absolute world class. Plus, he speaks perfect Japanese. Did you see that social media post? Of course, he does. He's been there for years. Well, he's son of Tanya Durns.
Yes, he's a resident in Japan.
Yes,
he plays for Japan.
Totally. Yeah, he plays for Japan. Of course, that's what I'm saying. He's the guy. You remember him?
Yeah.
He scored a charge down. He scored at least 2 tries against the All Blacks.
He did a 50-metre try.
Yeah.
I was at that game.
I know. This is the talent they've picked up, mate. Plus, they get Geordie Barrett back from Leinster. They get Josh Morby back from Montpellier or wherever he was.
Cam Royds is fit.
Cam Royds is the best player. I don't care about all the hype about Antoine Dupont. It's cool. He's great. But give me Cam Royds any day of the week. Cam Roygard. So I think the Hurricanes, despite what happened in the preseason, Ruben Love will play 10. Him with Geordie. Geordie just guiding him. I mean, what the perfect sandwich as a player. You got Cam Royds inside you.
Yes.
You've got Geordie outside you.
Yeah.
Just watching.
And then you've got the Love muscle inside you.
Yeah.
Outside you. On you.
Exactly. Now, what's not to like about that team? Also, Heather Duplessis-Kirifi is getting to that point now. You could see when he played those All Blacks tests where he is the hardest person to budge over the top of the ball. He is the jackal, the jackler. I think they're super strong. The Highlanders have got a curse. You've seen that Tony Brown's been banned from coaching them because he's part of the South African outfit. Jamie Josephs is probably going to leave them soon to be All Blacks coach. Dylan Pledger, that unbelievable halfback who's so quick, is out for the season. And now Fabian Holland has dislocated his shoulder.
What?
There is a proper curse down there in the Landers. I won't go through every team, but we should talk about the Chiefs.
Yes, we should. We should talk about the Chiefs.
I'm just thinking about I'm going to have to change my fantasy team now that Holland's out.
But I agree with some way actually. I agree with the preseason games because we commentated a preseason game. Remember the Blues Chiefs?
Yes.
At anyway,
I remember you guys doing this a couple of years ago.
It was 15-minute halves, so 4 15-minute halves. both teams changed entire squads after 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No one gave us a team sheet with numbers. Sometimes there was 32 out there, 32, 35, 21, and we were like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, but also
It's like a trial, like a high school trial.
Yeah.
But our player of the day was a winger from Northland who we've never seen again.
Yeah. and also,
We're like, shit, this guy's
Who's this
good.
kid?
He's a Blues. Yeah, exactly. Who's this kid?
And the Ranger open side from the Chiefs, who's now playing over in
Tom
Japan.
Florence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's translucent Tom Florence. We were paranoid that he was getting sunburnt that day.
Well, you were, G-Lane. You hammered that point home so much that it made a social media post, and that's the only thing that anyone remembers from that game. But we're also in a tent right by the ground, but we couldn't see anything, and we just went. Well, they could have put us just on a trailer or on a ute, just a little bit elevated, watching the freaking game, and we would have been absolutely fine. But no. I'm not going to say the company, but no, we were in a tent where we could see people zoom past, pitch side. Then I go, who was that?
They had the sides on the tent.
Yeah.
So we were on a table, so all we could see was halfway the 10-metre line, and that was it.
So, it's Bryce team, no, it's Jab at the butt. Oh, no.
And there was thousands of players, because both teams had 40-odd players there in their squad, and there were just thousands of rugby players running on and off the field, water boys going everywhere. It was total carnage.
You can't tell me the Fijian draw scoring 75 points over the weekend against that under 15 side doesn't mean anything, though. What team was that?
They
with
played the
versing?
Fiji-A. They played their reserves.
Oh, look,
right,
I
that
think,
was just the reserve squad.
The Blues will be good. The Chiefs have got
No mention of the Crusaders yet?
Yeah, well, okay. The Crusaders, they're always going to be good.
Yeah,
Like Taha Kemeta coming back at 10 is the biggest news. He's from Te Awamutu. Everybody needs to know that.
Yeah.
Chiefs country.
We'll take him.
Chiefs country.
You don't want him, we'll take him.
Yeah, all right. He is a little Richie Moe.
Come on
because
down.
he is so quick. And even though Rivers Reihana won you the title with his boot, Taha's going to transform your team, Mashi.
Is Rivers Reihana, is he also from Chiefs country?
Yeah.
Bruce Reihana?
A little bit. Yeah, he is.
A spawn
Bruce,
of...
Uncle Bruce.
We haven't spoken since the All Blacks let go of their coach.
Oh, Razoir. Yes, the razor. The axing of the razor. I mean, it's a bit of a bummer.
Is he writing a book now? Is that why he's not saying anything?
That's where I was going to go with that. Whereabouts, have you heard anything about what his plans are? I mean, we joked about it for a couple of weeks about him returning to the Crusaders, but...
It's actually a bummer that old Les Kiss, my search history, has...
Everyone's favourite search history.
Yeah, search history. He is now coach of Australia because I think Razor would be good for Australia. But the other thing is, because he's into like the whole themes and storylines, even Japan, you know, all those anime kids would be like, I'm into this.
They would love him. They love a bit of an extrovert.
Like a novelty
it's
product as a coach.
Yeah, they follow the story, you know, like this is the story of this.
Wouldn't do a straight
season.
swap with Jamie Joseph down at the Highlanders?
The never-ending story. Yeah, why not?
Send him down to Dunners?
Well, you can imagine he's in a dark place at the moment, and who can blame him? Like he's blindsided, right? So it's pretty. And our winningest ever Super Rugby coach, and probably on All Blacks level, it was only the loss to South Africa that was the shocker.
And England at the end of this. If they got the Grand Slam, do you think they?
Yeah, probably be safe. But
yeah.
What I'm saying is the one against South Africa is the only one that
stands out.
Out. Like heaps of coaches have lost to England at Twickers. That's not unusual.
They're copping a massive hiding in
Welly.
Yeah.
So that was the one that probably might have been
that one.
Yeah, they hurt. That was probably where the what would you call it? The wheels started to get in motion, because it's not just a player revolt. I think there's lots of probably people who are just going, I'm not happy with this. But the issue with being All Blacks coach is it's such a poison chalice. It's like one defeat. Have you listened to News Talk ZB after a defeat?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they love a defeat.
Oh, I mean,
they love a defeat. The lines light up when they win. They're like, no callers.
That's when they bump me. Like I've got a regular slot there. Nah, sorry, mate, we've got too many callers.
When they win, they call you. When they lose, get out of here.
Kane from Tauranga's on again. He's fired up.
Kane from Tauranga. Hey, Meshi, can you just take your headphones off for a bit, because James and I just want to have a wee talk here.
Yeah, what's it about?
Sam and Porker and
yes,
Leroy Carter signed for 2 more years.
How good is that?
To the end of 28. Oh, 3 more years. No, 2 more years. The end of 28 with the Chiefs mana.
So I do have exciting news outside of Seaman Porker and Leroy Carter, and one is that although I did call Simon Parker Seaman Porker, and he didn't seem to mind.
Okay,
Because some
did you just throw it in there? Like, did you just go? Did you just call him Seaman Porker?
Yeah, I just saw him and went Seaman Porker. He's all right.
Okay.
But, sometimes there's some nicknames that you do have to run past people. I did call Luke American Dad to his face.
Oh, that's fine. American Dad's fine.
He loves
He's got
it.
a massive head and a big jaw.
He loves it. He actually did an ACC. Well, I did a watch-along commentary for this Chiefs preseason game, and he did a bit of an ACC joke, and I went, oh, that's quite good. Not bad.
American Dad.
Yeah, it was something about someone having pipes, being a good singer.
Oh, nice.
And he goes, it helps having a good pipe. I was like, oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, American Dad coming in with some material. So it does help having a good pipe.
It does.
But
It's not the end of the world if you don't, though.
No.
So I'm just coming back into this yarn now, fellas. What are we talking about? I thought you guys were going to be talking Chiefs. It sounds a lot like you were talking about lovemaking.
So all I say about the Chiefs is we've got an absolute champion coming through at lock called Dylan Etty, who's got the best kind of like mullet throw going.
Etty the Yeti, can we call him?
Etty the Yeti, yep. Dylan Yeti, so that's good. And then we've got Kyron Talmoifalau's come over from Moana Pacifica, the Wheels, and he wants to play fullback. So,
really?
So the person replacing Shooter is either going to be Atene Nanai Saturo or Kyron Talmoifalau. So there you go,
It's not bad replacement for Stevenson. I'm looking forward to that. So on Friday night we have Crusaders versus the Highlanders on Friday night, and then it's the Chiefs versus the Blues.
That's going to be a cracking
on
game.
Saturday. And is that Valentine's Day? Am I spending Valentine's Day with you, James?
Yes, G-Lane, that's the way I wanted it.
Cute. Can we hold hands the entire commentary?
Yes. Yep. Well, I think we should exchange gifts at least. Okay.
Or bodily fluids.
If you've got some kind of shirt that's signed by an Argentinian superstar, maybe. So hey, look, yes, we've got Super Rugby on the ACC. It's on. We're on iHeart, but you can sync us up.
Yep.
And on Hodaki. And you can sync us up with Sky. Sync us up, but it's better to be on the radio to sync us up.
Yep. So, if you don't want a frequency for Hodaki in the North Island, text north to 3236 or south to 3236 or South Island. Yeah, and it's right on time if you got the old school radio otherwise.
So, I'm doing fantasy rugby, so Smash, you should too. I think we've got a Crowd Goes Wild league.
So, we've got an ACC league.
Okay, so we go ACC versus CG Dubs.
Yeah.
And we'll pit our top 10 against your top 10.
Okay,
great.
Done.
And then obviously all us Muppets.
Be very careful what you're getting. Sorry, I'm coming back into this yarn now. McOnie spends a lot of time playing fantasy sport.
No, but this is our top 10 though. So this is the best of the best on our group.
Okay.
And our group's already over 100.
He just knows what he's doing.
Can we share those? We can share those, eh?
Oh,
it's the worst.
Fucking
it's
website.
the worst fantasy league. It's the Temu fantasy league.
It's up there with House Stats or whatever that website is.
It's so bad. I can't even share my results with you.
I had a bit of a hissy fit to the CEO of Super Rugby saying how the I said, where is the love for the forwards? Like, you have a forward who's almost man of the match and they get 20 points.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some winger scores 2 tries from an overlap.
Yeah.
Where he just catches and puts the ball down and he's on
all over the room.
180. 180!
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking give the forwards some kind of point system where they actually matter.
Oh, and let us actually communicate with other people in your group.
Yeah.
Let us actually share my results every week so I can say that I smashed Mashy, but instead I have to screen grab mine and then send it to them.
But you can't be getting 3 MVP points, how they've got the MVP running, and then have a game where you're only on 40 points or whatever. That's not right. There needs to be a bump from the MVP points to the fantasy. That's what I think.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm pretty sure they either bought this from AliExpress or Temu, this platform. Because it's the worst fantasy platform I've come across.
Nah, get on board because they reckon they've improved it. So,
really?
We can tee off on the agenda. We can do that, but the important thing is to get involved because
I just can't believe you've got a direct line to the top. The CEO of Fantasy Rugby here in NZ.
He's contracted that out. He doesn't have a clue what's going on.
I was at a meeting at Sky and I could see him rolling his eyes as I began to speak.
I often get that. I get that
a lot.
Yeah, I get that a lot as well. Yeah, the CEO of this company burst in here the other day.
Hey, I've got something as well. Can I? I don't know. I haven't looked at the actual agenda of the agenda, but a couple of nights ago there was a legend, a 41-year-old legend, Lindsay Vonn, who was competing in the downhill, women's downhill. I've interviewed her before at the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver when she won gold in the downhill. Who won Olympic gold?
Breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah, she was dating Tiger Woods back then.
Yeah.
And so anyway, at the ACC, we pride ourselves, we celebrate some of our commentators' curses, although in the case of Jason Hoyt, he's had some absolute clangers that have ruined our hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
But if you want a commentator's curse, someone who could go into the ACC Hall of Fame is this commentator from the BBC.
Comeback of all comebacks. 5 years out of the sport. Had her right knee rebuilt with titanium and plastic. And then a week ago, her left knee damaging her ACL, completely rupturing her ACL in her left knee. That's why you see the knee brace on the left knee. And she's racing without the ACL. It is possible. I can tell you. Oh no, Vaughn's gone! Vaughan has crashed out! Oh, the risk on the top of the course, and Vaughan has crashed.
Oh,
Jesus. She
Jesus.
did everything she possibly could to start this Olympic Games, and
you
the
can hear her
crowd
screaming.
are stunned.
I'm sorry. He's obviously.
The comeback
He's written that.
of all comebacks.
He's written that monologue down. He's delivered it beautifully.
It is possible.
Oh no, Vaughn's gone!
Crash,
The humanity.
So it's sad for Lindsay Vonn.
That's very sad.
They kept on crossing to her on the mountain, and she was screaming in pain. It was like, give her the green whistle,
Get her on the green whistle.
or maybe do something about the audio. Maybe that's the time for the commentators to chime in and say, "Oh, that's actually kind of blood curdling. We might just turn that down a bit," because it was she was. Broken leg, broken femur, I think.
Yeah,
anyway.
Jesus. How's that commentator's curse from the guy from the snowboard Big Air, the men's final? They left his microphone on.
Oh, yeah.
And he left his microphone on, and the men's Big Air had just finished, snowboard Big Air. And he's like, hear the silence and he hears, God, that was fucking boring. Guys, that was so boring. Like, qualification was so much more interesting than that. That was so fucking boring. It's not like an off mic. It's not off mic here. It's like right down.
It's just full frontal.
Fuck, it was boring.
Nah.
Oh no.
Oh well.
He was right though.
Oh,
it was pretty boring.
It was right. I suppose it helped.
Was he an English guy?
No, he was American.
He was American.
Oh, yeah.
American.
Was that Ed Lee before that we
Nah,
heard?
that wasn't Ed Lee. But Ed Lee is over there. We'll get in touch with Ed Lee.
We need to find out who that was, and we need questions. So heads need to roll for that.
He is from the BBC, and speaking of BBC,
Oh,
Lindsay
Zoi
Vonn
comeback.
has dated.
What's the NH? Is it
Just
NHL?
don't
PK
get the
Subban.
correlation there.
Yeah.
PK Subban, he's a former
Tiger.
Norris Trophy winner, best defenseman in the league.
Oh yeah.
Canadian gold medalist at the Sochi Olympics.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's married. Is she Lindsay Vonn
Boyfriend?
boyfriend?
Did she marry Morris Trapp? That'd be quite good.
Quick question though. That
That's good for you, G Lane. Let's finish the pod now.
Oh,
There we go. Mary Morris Trapp. Yes. Content.
that commentator's curse, is that the same guy that fucked over Hayden Wild in the Paris Olympics?
Oh, they all sound the same.
They do sound the same as
Those BBC
Olympic
sports commentators all sound the same. Anyway, but we've got a few yours pleases, don't we? So should we take a quick break?
Go on.
And we'll come back with those.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Oh, this is the time of the show where we get to listen to your thoughts, concerns, or questions. Hit the microphone button on the iHeartradio app and send us a talk back. You've got 30 seconds. Leave two parts if you really want to. The first one for today, we have just three. First one, yours, please.
G'day guys, just been doing the drive along on the route from the Red Fox Tavern towards Tauranga.
Yes.
nice.
Just hit Paidor, and what is the story with that Casa Mexicana Motel? Looks like a great place to stay, except you're in Paidor. I know that Mesh and Manaya took a show and told us they drove past. I'd love to, maybe you guys can do a live show from there or something like that. Paidor RSA and stay at the Casa Mexicana.
Yeah, that's
Let me know, the route.
Yeah, that Casa Mexicana was the place that I think that we looked in. It was a motel that had a bit of a Spanish. But do you remember seeing that place, Joe? When we were doing McOnie, if you're not quite understanding what's going on here, we do. We've got a new podcast series that happens about once every 3 months where we drive a route and we podcast while we drive that route
And commentate the route.
so people could then
We did the
listen back and
Brynderwins.
drive the same route.
Yeah, we did the Brynderwins, and we tell people when to start the podcast.
That's ingenious. I love that.
Yeah.
So you start the podcast, leave Auckland now. And whatever an exact point.
And like that one there, that was leaving the Red Fox Tavern now.
Yeah.
And then we drove through and we got to a certain town and there was like this weird Spanish...
Paeroa.
Yeah,
it's on the left just before you make the turn into Paeroa. Yeah.
Does it look like Pablo Escobar's?
But I mean, people were obviously driving it and listening and saw it. But yeah, we need to probably do our next route. We're due our third.
And now, is this an ACC original idea?
Yeah.
Look, there are allegations
because it's a very good idea.
Yeah. But we're not sure if it'll take off or not. If people are going to sit there and listen to 2 hours of us talking about it.
Traffic dependent.
We're going from Perth to Melbourne.
Just talk
across the Nullarbor Plain.
Plains would be
there's
quite good.
There's a kangaroo. There's some sand. Another kangaroo. I think it's a wombat.
We've had a couple of requests for the Crown Range. It's a very popular route.
Oh, okay, we could do that.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
but it's just the Crown
switchbacks. It's just switchbacks.
It's just switchbacks and lots of turns. Like it's a hairpin turn.
We need non-traffic routes.
Then it's like, sunflower seeds. Russell Coots's house. Now it's more turns.
There's Nadia Lim's house.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, Nadia on the farm.
Do you have a recommendation
Cook me some fucking eggs, bitch.
Was Hoyt still in there?
I love the fact there's a whole generation of people who think they haven't watched Once Were Warriors and just think
it's a Hoyt
Jason
quote.
Hoyt is yelling at Nadia Lim, cook me some fucking eggs. That makes me, you don't know how that makes me happy.
That's so good.
That video still gets shared every 6 months or 3 months or whatever, where someone goes, New Zealand TV host abuses
celebrity chef.
And the celebrity chef is like, oh my goodness, how did this make? And there's always a Kiwi going, this is a comedy show. These guys are famous in New Zealand.
Still, people have not watched Once Were Warriors.
You still can't say that to someone. You can't say, cook me some fucking eggs, bitch. But the best thing about it is every time Jason Hoyt goes to the supermarket, someone yells at him, cook me some fucking eggs, bitch.
And not Temuera Morrison.
And they get their arm up and...
He says he can't escape it, which is fantastic. I love that.
There's 2 videos that always just recirculate on social media. It's that one.
Yeah.
And then it's the Jerry Country Calendar Farming the Dwarves one.
Yeah.
That's right.
I know, people yell smashed and bro to me all the time, but cook me some fucking eggs, bitch.
You take smashed and bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good gear.
Okay.
Next one. Yours, please.
A Sunday hearing Mashy working on the Hauraki afternoons.
Uh-oh.
Telling us that he's not looking forward to going to work on Monday. Now, I'm pretty sure that you're paid to drink piss and talk shit Monday through Friday, and judging by the sunglasses in the YouTube video clips, you're very much indulged in the fuckamanas before recording, so... How's that bad?
Yeah, sometimes you do have to have a look, you step back and say, look, yeah.
Yeah. That's a talk back there from our head of entertainment, Jason Winstanley, is it?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. You get paid to drink piss and do podcasts. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. And rightfully so too.
It's kind of it must be tough. It must be tough for them looking at the charts that they get and all their kind of like data, and if the ACC is kind of doing okay, and because of this culture of drinking piss with punters, it must be quite frustrating given that all the effort they put into a lot of other things in this building, to really get it right. And you guys are just like having beers with punters, running a boozy golf day, driving routes around New Zealand and just talking about like what you see out the car window.
Do you know what? We should do more of them, and then we can do international ones where we can go drive around.
I'd love to, mate.
Round Rarotonga.
I think there's
just round the ring.
There's a serious future in this.
Guildford tour of duty.
There's that Guildford Memorial Highway.
I mean, maybe slightly out of touch, but Joe and I, on a Friday that you were away, and we discussed the idea of potentially just doing it also on public transport. So you get on the ferry.
Oh yeah.
And then you go across to Waiheke.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like on the Inter-Islander.
Or we could do the straight if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe we need to just branch out. But I think there's definitely legs in this idea. We just need to find a few more routes that have enough things to look at while also being long enough to podcast. And also, I mean, the reason we started doing this series, James, was because we just had not enough time to record an agenda podcast in the morning and had somewhere to be.
Yeah, we had to be in Whangarei.
So we thought we'd just do it at the same time.
And then we get the
As the
Brindewans,
drive.
though. It was a good chat, the Brindewans.
I've got to say, it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Like, it is a great idea, and I mean the ACC's had a few goodies and a few stinkers, but this one's outstanding.
There's a lot of mud on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. See if it sticks.
Next one.
Yours, please. And I'd love to do a Fucking Munners Based podcast as well, but that's a different project for a different day.
Yeah, g'day fellas. Say, I'm just doing a bit of work down at the old Eden Park and just got a bit bored, so I did a bit of a Wikipedia on Eden Park. Apparently it's 126 years old, but also looks like it was a cricket ground before a rugby ground. So you guys are saying, it's not meant to be a cricket ground. Anyway, Black Clash to Eden Park, sell out crowd, that'd be good. Do a deep dive on that and you guys tell me. Love you, fuckers. Keep up the good work.
Well, it used to be a great cricket ground.
Yeah.
Back in the day, because it was on that. It was kind of like almost on that outer oval little bit area. And it was like beautiful embankments going around on it.
Don't move it to Eden Park.
I don't think the Black Clash should work at Eden Park.
No,
if I'm honest.
I watched the Black Clash. It was one of my favourite events of the summer. Geordie Barrett and Calum Boshier. Hopefully that will make people call him Calum instead of Lockie, which he gets a lot. Oh yeah. I'm Calum. I play cricket. But
I think he looks older than his. He looks older than his older brother.
Yeah. Lockie's got a beautiful head of hair.
Yeah.
Calum.
Is it a rebuild?
He's an amazing cricketer.
It's not a rebuild, is it?
Lockie Bosch has just got this. Yeah, he's a dashing, good-looking man. That one. Calum is a very good cricketer, and when I saw him at that Chiefs game, I said, "We could get you in the IPL. Come on, mate, just declare for the IPL and see what happens." He's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Come on,
it's a great pull.
Do it."
Geordie Barrett's pull shot is one of the strongest pull shots in the game.
Yeah, and you know how they sort of say that the cricketers that they need a bit of muscle, and it's like it's just natural for that. That shot is easy for an athlete like Geordie Barrett.
Yeah. I don't know about Eden Park either. I don't know. If it might just kill it a little bit.
You need an embankment.
Yeah, you need a vibe where you can walk around.
You need everyone to have about a 3 metre radius around
Hamilton
them, or
would,
at least that available to
Hamilton
them.
would work.
The Tron would work.
You're not going to get a nude water slide.
The Basin would work.
At Eden Park.
The good thing about the Tron is, people coming from far and wide, you really would get a big catchment because you get the Aucklanders coming down and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty good. You can. I looked into an Uber to the Tron. It's not that much if you get 4 or 5 mates together sharing an Uber down and getting an Uber back.
What is an Uber down there?
I don't know. I think it was. I can't remember who quoted it.
Shall I just do it now?
Do it now. Put it in. Yeah.
Couple of hundy. It's a long way to go with.
I think it's
4 in the car.
I thought it was 150.
That's not bad.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not bad at all.
Maybe it's 200. No, it's 200.
But I imagine surge prices post rugby game on the way back. You might be paying $5 for a return trip.
The Uber driver I asked was a local guy from Te Atatū who's a Seventh-day Adventist priest and is. Minister.
Do you like to chat in your Uber drives? In your Uber rides?
Yeah.
Do you sit in the front seat or the back seat?
I'm just going to put this as well.
114 kilometres. Okay. I'm sometimes a talker, sometimes $180.
It's not bad.
There we go, 180.
180 is all right.
That's pretty good. But then I got the Intercity Saver, 162.
There we go. So that is 162 Intercity Saver.
Yeah.
What's the Intercity Saver? Is that an Uber?
No, the thing is I get a discount because I'm that Uber one.
But you don't want to do that in a Yaris.
No, well, it's $40 for 4 mates.
You want to do that in an Uber Comfort.
Yes.
In at least a Tesla or something.
Yeah, but that's
while you're recording
a podcast.
A podcast. So you could jump in that one, James. You could do the Auckland to
we'd love
Hamilton.
To have you.
I know it so well, Joe Jury.
I could do that
off by heart. Let's do it now. Is this the longest podcast we've done, by the way? Have we got more yours, please?
No, that's it. We're done.
Okay, great.
We're done. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming in, James.
Cheers. Lovely to see you. Bye.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.